So for our trip to Bar Harbor, we decided to stay at the Mount Desert Narrows RV park. This is pulling in to the RV park. They have a little game room and laundromat back there. Kind of old school game room. A few arcade games and some air hockey. But you come right down here onto the bay. And as you roll down here, you can see it's just right on the water. And they've got some new campsites at the end of, we're down here at the end of this. You've got some brand new campsites that are in. Fairly quiet. We've seen several dogs. You can't beat the view that's right on the water. If you get one of these water spots, it's just awesome right on the water. And from here, you're about 15 minutes from Bar Harbor, and about 10 minutes past that, you come to Acadia to get to the national park. And if you do breakfast late, you'd have breakfast till 1 o'clock at the cafe this way, right down this alley. Just straight across from the fire department. So you can't go through Bar Harbor Square without adding in the fire department. Local heroes at work. They were out here cleaning the rigs just about an hour ago. It's right on the square where Piers, there used to be a 350 room historic hotel in the 1800s. So we're down here on low tide, down on the pier looking out. They got a couple restaurants that are down here right on the water. Looking up at town. And then on this side, they've got some tour boats. Coming down, seeing some of the old mansions. Babe, when were these built?
Like 1700,
So we're guessing early 1800s. These were some of the mansions that were right on the water. Right behind here is the bay. 1782 was this one right here. And then some more modern. And right behind these comes out to the bay. This is the Bar Harbor Inn. Then Stewman's appears to be the place to eat. Right on the water for your fresh lobster. So now we're standing out at Bar Island. That's the one of the Porcupine Islands out there in the bay. Back towards the restaurant at Bar Harbor town. And this is the path with low tide where you can cross. When tide comes up, you are stranded for 9 hours on this island.
Doing okay? Fine. Good.
you get out to the island, you can actually take a trail to the center of the island, part of the Acadia National Park. And Sammy thinks there's a good possibility that One-Eyed Willie's cruise ship, his pirate ship in Goonies, might have just passed right through there. So here's another one of the mansions. This one was called La Rochelle, and it was actually at one point was owned by the president of Campbell Soups, the same person who invented the condensed soup. And when you look out, you can see Bar Island, and far right is the path that we just crossed. So now we are in Acadia National Park. We're at the entrance at an overlook that's probably about a quarter mile from the entrance. You can see in the background, right in the center there is, well, you can't probably hardly see it on the camera. It's the Egg Rock. There's a lighthouse out there, it's solar powered. And this is looking out on the Gulf of Maine, and way out there where you can't see, we can't see either. If you were to cross, you would get into Nova Scotia, Canada. So this is the Thunder Hole, but not much glory in the Thunder Hole today. We've been here about 30 minutes, and that's about the best we've seen. A lot of people waiting on the thunder to sound off, but there is beautiful scenery as you're waiting. Especially right there. Okay, so now we're at the Otter Cliffs. And if you look back where we came from, you can see that Egg Island or Egg Rock from earlier. Looking out in the Gulf of Maine, and these cliffs are about 110 feet. Definitely not scared of anybody.
No, he's used to humans feeding him.
This little guy has no anxiety. Grom life. Okay, so we're back at the camp now. We didn't record anything else of the Acadia National Park. Honestly, there's so much there, so many more miles in front of us after that otter view. But they had some cool bridges to drive under, and just overlooks and forest and trails. There's a whole bunch more of some of the stuff that we already recorded, but it was all just awesome forest, an amazing place. And then we made our way back here to the camp. Highway 3 ended up being a big circle that goes around this whole island that Acadia National Park is on. So we took Highway 3 all the way around back to our camp at Mount Desert Narrows RV Park. So anyway, we're back and cooking up some s'mores. And that's our trip for Maine.
And let's be honest, we didn't record a bunch on the way back because he was trying to keep the bike steady from his freezing cold, shivering wife on the back. So if you're coming here in May, wear thermals, bring long sleeves, and stay warm. But it is beautiful and worth it. Enjoy your s'mores.
Yeah, it is definitely cold. If you are coming from somewhere in the south like we did, thinking it's going to be pretty warm, you know, up in May, because it's May and everything's warm during the day in May. It's not like that here. It was about 55 degrees for the high today, and well, I think at close to
60, I think,
60.
yeah.
And then it was 45 at night, and it's in the upper 40s right now, and it just got dark. So yeah, be prepared. Bring some extra warm clothes, even when you think it might be warm. If you're coming from the south, it's not, especially when you're used to it being warm. So that's it. That's our trip. And just remember, count your blessings, to grow from any of your traumas, not be a victim, and to just move forward every day. All right, thanks.